Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be watching. This is Christine at Christina's Crocheting, and today is Something Saturday. Ooh, it is warm and toasty here in Woodburn, Oregon area. I am down visiting my dad and his wife Janine, and I thought I would do a little video on my little drive. I have to run to the grocery store. We are going to be doing skewers with vegetables and then some brats. Not sure how that's gonna work, but anyway, so we're going to be doing that. And so I am picking up some groceries because I brought the brats down with me so we could give them a try. So we'll see. They came from a local ranch up in my neck of the woods in Spokane. So anyway, so this, I have the windows rolled down a little bit. I hope everybody can hear me okay. So this is what we're doing. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to turn you around just so that you can see some of the landscape around this area. I know that last year I think I brought you with me. I did a video on my way down, but I don't know that I videoed it all during my time when I was down there. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll flip you around. All right, so we are flipped around. Oh, this is exciting. So this is a four-way stop, of course, you can see that. And it is a four-way stop that is new. This used to be not a four-way stop. We used to have to stop, but the road that I am now on, it's a highway, and people didn't have to stop, and so there were quite a few accidents that would happen along this area here. So, in fact, my dad at that corner, it's been probably about 8 years ago now, I believe, and he got in a wreck right there. So anyway, at least it was close to home, I guess. So, but yeah. So this is, we're heading into the town that they live near, and I know I've said this before, but they have about 2.5 acres on the outskirts of town, about 7 miles out of the town, and the town is Woodburn, Oregon. And Woodburn, Oregon has I don't know, I mean, it's a smaller town, so it doesn't have, it's got a Walmart, and then it's got some discount stores, and that is not what they call them. I have lost my thought process for the discount stores. Good gracious. Anyway, I cannot believe that I don't remember that. Well, at some point I will probably remember. I'll probably stick it in my description box. Oh, the outlet malls. Thank you. It's called Woodburn. Thank you to my brain. Woodburn Outlet Mall. So like Levi and Ralph Lauren and all the different things. The children's place for children's clothing. You know, all the things. Anyway, so that's what they're known for. They're on I-5, which, boy, I'm not going to head that far, so I don't need to do that. but that is kind of what the area is known for, because I've mentioned where I go a few times, and people that I know are like, oh yeah, I've been to the outlet malls there, and anyway, so however, I'm just going to Safeway, which is a grocery store, and I'm also going to stop and get coffee, which I'll have to stop the video because I need to use my phone to pay for my coffee. So there is that. And what else? Well, I came down on Thursday, and today is Saturday. Yesterday, we did some weeding on, if you can see, like, down on the side of the road where the gully kind of is, in front of their house. When we go back, you'll see there's some nice and fresh bark there. Well, Janine and I, my dad's wife, we weeded yesterday that area. There was a small portion done, and then we weeded the rest of it yesterday. And then this morning, they have a little tractor, and she used the bucket of the tractor and got the bark, and then dumped it out, and then I spread it out. So that was a process. And you all will laugh, but my boots that I use for the chickens and outside at our house, I brought those with me because she had asked if I'd help her do some yard work, and so that was what we did. And so good for me that I had my boots. They worked out great. All right, I don't know if you can see our Dutch Brothers over there. You can. It's on the other side, other corner, straight right there. And that is where I'm heading now. I'm going to turn you off until I am done with Dutch Brothers, and then we'll head to the grocery store. All right. All right, so I am back to, I'm just getting ready to get my drink, so I thought I would put you back on. So, all right. They were just trying to give the person in front of me my drink. So, that was kind of funny. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. Let's see. I will give you an update. On Lucas. Lucas is doing well. They're so glad to have him home. He has gained, he's over 8 pounds now, so that's very exciting. So he's just a little trooper. They're still trying to figure out what's going on with being able to swallow and breathe and suck his bottle. So they're still working on that, trying to figure out, you know, what they can do to get him moving along on that. Practice, of course. So, but anyway, so he's doing good. And then Silas will be...
Hello. Hello, I just got the needle.
Yeah, I saw them trying to hand it off.
I will have a great day.
Thanks, you too. All right, so I got my drink, and they're getting their drinks. And then I am headed over to the... Thank you. Headed over to the grocery store. Lovely. Dude, really? Probably should not be parked in the middle of the road like that. Oh, good gracious. People. All right, anyway. I'm rambling and I apologize, but I guess I have to say that usually my videos when I'm in the car are kind of rambles. So I guess you guys are kind of used to that. All right, well that's... Anyway, so we have to go a roundabout to get out of here and get to a good spot because I have to get in the far left lane so I can turn to make it to the grocery store. And if I go out the parking lot earlier, it's kind of hard to get over to that far left lane. So hence probably making people dizzy by my driving. I hope I don't make people dizzy by my driving. Let's see. I did bring yarn when I came down. Just little bits because I'm doing the prayer squares for the donations to the Generous Crafter, and that goes to Rose at Rose Likes Crochet. I will make sure that I list both of those in the description box. And let's see, anything else? I don't think so. So here we are, we're back at that intersection, and we'll be taking a left to go to Safeway. And that's what we're going to be doing here. And then I won't bring you into the grocery store. I'll probably end this when I pull up to the grocery. Oh no, I want to show you what the work we did on the parking strip area outside their house. So I'll wait on that. But anyway, so let's see. I don't think it says anywhere on here, but if we kept going straight on this road, we would end up in Salem, Oregon. This is 99, Highway 99 East. And you just travel along there, and then or we could always, if we turned right, then we would run into I-5, and then we could travel on I-5 either to Portland or to Salem. I don't take I-5 because I don't have to go that far to get here, so I usually just take the highways. So that's nice. Except, I mean, just when I get to the Portland area, and then I just take the highways. Again, rambling. I know it's rambling. I know it's rambling. See, and there's a Starbucks right there. I do like the Dutch Brothers better than the Starbucks for most everything. Starbucks is okay, but I don't know. I like Dutch Brothers better. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going to park. Here's the thing. I never know where to park. Usually I park over on the side, but that looked like there was no parking over there. It was all filled up. So let's go over here. And maybe I park so that my driver's stuff is in the shade. Can we do that? I don't know. I have a hard time with... Oh, I think I'm going to go around the corner. This is how it is anytime I go to a store. Which I know is hilarious, but it's always been that way. I'm very funny when I park. I prefer not to park around a whole bunch of people. I don't know where you're going. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, dude. I don't know where you're going. Wherever you want to go. you go. I am not in any hurry. And neither are those that are riding with me. We're not in a hurry, are we? We are not in a hurry. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. I just keep driving around. I'm so bad. I do. See, this is, unfortunately, you guys are seeing this firsthand. I have a really hard time deciding where to park. Part of it is because people are not careful with their vehicles and all that stuff in their cars and how they drive. I'm gonna park way out here. So I'd much rather park far away and walk in. Okay, so I am parked. I'm turning you off until I get back in the car, and then we'll head home. Or well, head to their house. My home for a few days. All right. All right. So we are done at the grocery store, or Safeway. And I don't remember if I told you what I was getting. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'd mentioned that we were going to, well, maybe I didn't. Anyway, we're doing brats that I brought from home, which I think I mentioned that. And then I got an orange pepper and a little yellow squash and a little green zucchini, and we'll just cut those up, and we're going to put them on skewers, and we're going to put them on the grill. And that is what we're going to be doing for dinner this evening. And the grill that they have is a Traeger, and some of you may know what that is, and some of you may not. What I can tell you is it uses wood pellets, and it's more of a smoker, but it does grilling, you know, it cooks. My sister and brother-in-law, they even have cooked pizza on their Traeger. Anyway, so we'll be doing that a little bit later. It's about 4 o'clock now. Anyway, so I had said that I would run to the store and get the rest of the items for the dinner, since it's kind of a dinner that I'm in charge of, or that I'm, you know, participating in, bringing the food. So I may as well, you know, purchase all the food. So anyway, I think that's probably, oh, cool car. All right, so we are headed back to their house, and remember I said it's about a 7-mile jaunt from the town, and we were on the outskirts of the town, okay? And so from just the edge of town to their place is about 7 miles or so. And we are on Highway 211. It is a highway that connects like I-5 area, and then you're going east, we're going east. And oh yeah, you know what? I just realized my car does not have a compass. Huh. Anyway, I just realized that. Such a goose. Anyway, so, and then, and it kind of, I'm not sure where 211 ends. I know it goes through a few small towns. We'll be on 211 when I leave on, well, I will not be videoing it, but I'll be going on 211 east to Molalla, and then I will be going north on 213, Highway 213, and then I'll get on Highway 205 and then from there on the freeway, 84. And that's all in Oregon. And then I will be getting on Highway 395 near Umatilla, and that's in Oregon. And as I'm heading up to Spokane, I'll go through the Tri-Cities, and at Ritzville, 395 intersects into I-90, so Interstate 90 or the freeway, and then I will take that east to Spokane. There you go, you have my route home. Anyway, so we are almost to the road that we will be turning on. Oh, and I don't know if you'd be able to see this or not, but right up here is a blue sign right there, and it talks about the Wooden Shoe Tulip Farm, and that is the tulip farm on the road, probably about maybe half a mile past where my dad and Janine live. And so when the tulips are in bloom, that's usually March. It seems to be mostly in March. And they have tours. You go to the tulip farm. And I've never done it, but I can tell you that this road right here is quite busy during that time. And yeah, so anyway, so if you look at the right side of the road, you can see the kind of the ditch, the little gully. And so when we get to their place, I'll kind of show you what we did. You'll see it pretty well. So you can't really see, but on the left side, right up here, there's this building, and then right to the left of the building, or so, there is a little schoolhouse, but you cannot see it from here. You might have seen it on the way when we were going the other way. And it's a Mennonite school, so very exciting. Anyway, all right, so we're coming up to their road. Oh, yes, and all of that bark dust, I did all of that. That's where we did all of our weeding and the bark dust. And on the left side here, they just had some trees taken out today, in fact. They had an ice storm a few years ago, and the trees just did not survive very well, so they decided to have them removed. And so they did that. Well, they didn't do that. They hired somebody to do that. So, all right, we are back at the house. And I don't know. All right, I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour of the area where they live. This is where I come for my vacations to visit with my dad and his wife. All right, take care, and I'll see you soon.